The world of football is full of incredible stories about coaches that have managed to unleash the full potential of their players, turning them into real giants on the football pitch. Those coaches have become real masters, and their unique approach to developing players has allowed creating unbeatable teams and forming new football legends. They know how to motivate, inspire, and teach their students. They know how to find individual approach towards each player to unleash his talent in full. Today, Goal24 presents you a list of coaches that have created real football monsters. But before we start the video, there's a small quiz for you. In which year Cristiano Ronaldo was first named the Premier League Player of the Season? 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. Leave your answer in the comments. And now we get started. Johan Cruyff and Rinus Michels. Fate brought these two Dutchmen together at Ajax. Michels was the team manager and Cruyff was a young and talented player. Together they set the base for the golden generation of the Dutch football and implemented the revolutionary total football system. Under Rinus' management, the attacking midfielder turned from a promising player into one of the greatest footballers of all time. The coach helped him develop his skills and tactical thinking, making him the person that is talked about many decades later. The cooperation of the Dutchman brought Ajax many famous victories. Together they won 3 Champions League titles, several Dutch league titles, and many other trophies. Cruyff turned into the main star of the Netherlands national team thanks to his talent and Michels' impact. He took part in 2 World Cups and was the main engine of the total football, which made the Netherlands one of the strongest football countries in the world. After successful careers at Ajax, Cruyff and Michels led Barcelona by implementing their football philosophy, which brought the club many trophies. Eventually, Johan became Barcelona's head coach and set the base of the club's long-lasting success by developing La Masia, Barca Academy, where they helped young players grow, instilling in them the attacking playing style which Barcelona can boast. The revolutionary approach of the Dutchman has had a huge impact on international football. Many of their ideas and methods were used and developed by other coaches and players, forming the modern understanding of football. Cruyff and Michels are football legends not only because of their achievements, but also thanks to what they have brought in the game. They proved that team play, innovative tactics, and outstanding individual abilities can be the key to success on the highest level. Their duo keeps inspiring coaches all over the world even today. Cristiano Ronaldo and Alex Ferguson. In 2003, after a friendly match between Sporting and Manchester United, Ferguson first saw 18-year-old Ronaldo and was astonished by his talent. After that, the young Portuguese was invited to the English club for €19 million, a record sum for a teenager back then. Ferguson saw Ronaldo's huge potential and worked hard to develop his skills. In the 2003-04 season, Ronaldo played 40 matches, scored 6 goals and made 8 assists. He helped Cristiano develop his physical attributes, technique, on and off the ball skills, and teamwork. Besides his football skills, Ferguson trained Ronaldo's mental attributes. He taught him controlling his emotions, beating the pressure, and making use of the criticism. These helped the Portuguese become a more confident player and a team leader. Alex Ferguson was confident that Cristiano would be successful in a right forward position, letting him freely move all over the pitch and use his pace and technique to create moments. In the 2007-08 season, Ronaldo scored 42 goals in 49 matches and won the Ballon d'Or. Under Ferguson's management, Ronaldo became one of the best players in the world, winning many titles with Manchester United, including 3 Premier League titles, as well as the Champions League 2007-2008. CR7 has made 292 appearances for the Red Devils and scored 118 goals. On the international level, Ronaldo has become the leader of the Portugal national team, reaching the Euro 2004 final, the World Cup 2006 semi-final and winning the Euro in 2016, as well as the Nations League in 2019. Thus, thanks to his talent, hard work and wise management of Alex Ferguson, Cristiano Ronaldo became one of the greatest footballers in history. This story is a good example of how a cooperation between a coach and a player can unleash his full potential and bring him unbelievable success on the pitch. Karim Benzema and Zinedine Zidane. The Frenchmen worked together for the first time in January 2016 when Zidane was appointed as Real Madrid head coach. Benzema was already an accomplished striker, but after Zidane's arrival, his career went uphill even faster. Having a deep understanding of football and an experience of a legendary player, Zidane managed to find a way to teach Karim to use his strong sides. He concentrated on developing the attacker's technique and teamwork. In the 2015-16 season, when Zidane took charge of Real Madrid, Benzema played 36 matches and scored 28 goals. In the next 2016-17 season, he played 48 matches, scored 19 goals and made 8 assists, helping his team win the La Liga and the Champions League titles. Zizou returned to Real Madrid as a head coach in 2019. Thanks to his management, Benzema kept improving his game. In the 2018-19 season, he played 53 matches and scored 30 goals, making 11 assists. And in the 2019-20 season, he played 47 matches, scored 27 goals and made 11 assists more than the previous season, helping Real Madrid win the La Liga title. Under Zinedine's management, the forward turned into one of the best strikers in the world and won numerous trophies with Real Madrid. On the international level, Karim was unable to prove himself, and the reason is known to everybody. But despite his ban, when Benzema returned to the national team in 2021, he won the Nations League. Thus, thanks to Zidane's genius and purpose-driven persistence, Karim Benzema managed to become a real international star and a Ballon d'Or holder. The pair of the Frenchmen showed themselves on the club level, proving the importance of the chemistry between a coach and a player. Becoming an experienced footballer, Benzema shares his knowledge with younger players who just started their careers at Real Madrid. A good example of this is Vinicius, who has formed a killer duo with the Frenchman. By the way, just recently, we have posted a video about another Frenchman, Kylian Mbappé, and his haters. We highly recommend you to check it out. Zinedine and Benzema created a new generation of footballers who may also become world-known football stars in the future. We are looking forward to seeing Zidane back coaching and creating new legends for us. Didier Drogba and José Mourinho. These two started working together when the Portuguese coach took charge of Chelsea in 2004. Drogba was bought for €38.5 million, which made him the club's most expensive transfer at that moment. Mourinho saw Didier's potential at once and started working over his development. The coach concentrated on his physical development, goal-scoring abilities, and his leadership. In his first season under Mourinho, Drogba played 41 matches, scored 16 goals and made 7 assists, helping Chelsea win the Premier League for the first time in 50 years. In the 2005-06 season, Drogba played the same amount of matches, but increased his impact on the teamwork, scoring 16 goals and making 16 assists, bringing Chelsea to the title again. In the 2006-07 season, Drogba showed his best play, scoring 33 goals and making 11 assists in 60 matches, becoming the top scorer in the Premier League with 20 goals. Chelsea also won the FA Cup and the League Cup that season. After some years of absence, Drogba made a return to Chelsea in 2014 when Mourinho took charge of the team for the second time. In the 2014-15 season, Drogba played 28 matches in the Premier League and had 5 goal contributions, helping his team win the 5th Premier League title and the League Cup. Under the management of the Special One, the Ivorian became one of the best forwards of his time, winning numerous trophies with Chelsea. On the international level, Drogba was the key player for the Ivory Coast national team in the 2006, 2010 and 2014 World Cups. Drogba kept on showing his passion and desire to fight till the end, which made him a legend not only at Chelsea but in the world of football as well. His incredible career and successes under Mourinho show how important it is for the player to have an experienced and wise coach. Dear friends, please help us reach the 5,000 subscribers mark. For that, like this video, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications. Thank you, and now we go on. Vinicius Jr. and Carlo Ancelotti. The Italian and the young Brazilian started their cooperation when the Italian coach once again reunited with Real Madrid in 2021. Vinicius Jr. moved to Real Madrid in 2018 and since then has made a huge progress. Ancelotti saw Vini's potential and concentrated on developing his dribbling, playing intelligence and confidence on the pitch. The coach worked on his decision-making in the final third, his shooting accuracy and adaptation to European football. It's a pleasure to see Vinicius Jr. play because he's very good, just like Pedri, Gavi, Mbappe, Haaland. It's a pleasure to see players with this quality, once said the Real Madrid manager. In the 21-22 season, the Brazilian scored 17 goals and made 13 assists in 35 La Liga matches, which speaks of his obvious progress. His pace, technique and dribbling became the key factors in Real Madrid's success that season. It was Vini's winning goal that brought another La Liga title last season. With Ancelotti in charge, the winger turned into a more effective player and his contribution also grew. He shows his best form and is becoming an irreplaceable player for Real Madrid. This is what his stats and his performance on the pitch show. The deadly duo Benzema-Vinicius keeps scaring all other European teams. The best example is their performance at Anfield, where Real Madrid humiliated Liverpool in front of their own supporters. As for today, Vinicius has played 42 matches in all competitions, scored 19 goals and made 13 assists. Each season, the winger keeps progressing and developing as a footballer. Under Ancelotti's management, the Brazilian is becoming one of the key players for Real Madrid and the Brazil national team. There are numerous trophies awaiting him in the future, both on the club and international level. Who knows, maybe we are yet to see these two reuniting in the Brazil national team. The rumor has it that Ancelotti may take charge of the Seleção. Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp. The coach and the player first met when the Egyptian winger moved to Liverpool in summer 2017. Since then, this pair has been one of the most successful in football. Klopp saw huge potential in Salah and concentrated on developing his pace, dribbling and pressing abilities. The coach worked on enhancing his decision-making on the pitch, perfecting his shots and chance creation in the attack. In his first season at Liverpool, Salah scored 32 goals and made 11 assists in the 36 Premier League matches, setting a new record for goals scored in one season. His outstanding game and speed became key factors for Liverpool's success that season. With the Egyptian, Liverpool became more efficient and dangerous in the attack. Mohamed was the key player of the team that won all the club trophies in football, including the Champions League 2018-19 and the Premier League 2019-20 for the first time in 30 years. Salah has also become an undeniable leader and the main star of the Egypt national team. He helped his country to qualify for the African Cup 2017 and 2021, as well as participate in the World Cup 2018, where he scored 2 goals. Also in 2017 and 18, Mohamed was named the African Player of the Year. This season, Liverpool goes through a crisis, but the winger's efficiency is still high. Salah has scored 23 goals and made 11 assists in all competitions, which shows his importance to the team. He's a special player. We appreciate him now, but in the future, looking back, people will realize, wow, we witnessed something special, said Klopp after Salah surpassed Robbie Fowler's goal record for Liverpool in the Premier League. Thanks to the fantastic mentoring of the German specialist and Mohamed's unbeatable talent, this couple leaves an unforgettable mark on the Premier League history and football in general. The successes of the Reds prove that a harmonious interaction between a coach and a player can bring great results on the pitch and many trophies. Leo Messi and Pep Guardiola. The legendary cooperation started in 2008 when Guardiola was appointed as Barcelona head coach. Together they conquered the world of football, winning numerous trophies and setting new records. Pep knew the strong sides of Messi. That's why all that was required of him was to help the young Argentine develop his talent. The coach allowed the player to be a part of the teamwork at the same time, giving him more freedom than others. When I placed Leo in the center, it had to do not only with the attack, but with the defense. In Europe, fullbacks like to join attacks, and I didn't want him to have such a workload. He has to be fresh to show his full talent in the last 20 minutes. Back then, we were already thinking about being compact without the ball, said Pep sometime later after taking charge of Man City. With Guardiola, Messi and Barcelona won numerous trophies, including the Champions League in 2019 and 2011, 4 La Liga titles, and many others. In those years, Messi set many individual records and became one of the most dangerous attacking players in the history of football. Leo scored 211 goals in the official Barca matches under the management of Pep Guardiola from 2008 to 2012. When Messi reached the peak of his form, Barcelona became one of the most successful and spectacular teams in football history. Leo became a key player for his team, and his unpredictability and genius allowed Barcelona to dominate on the world stage. Guardiola did football a lot of harm. It seemed so easy, so simple, that everyone wanted to copy it. Without a doubt, he is the best coach I've ever had. He has something special, said the Argentine in one of the interviews. Naturally, Messi became one of the leaders and symbols of the Argentina national team. He helped his country reach the World Cup quarterfinal in 2014 and win Copa America in 2011. And the World Cup in Qatar became the cherry on the top, where Leo ultimately wrote his name in the history and raised the World Cup above his head, becoming one of the most efficient players in the history of his national team at World Cups. Messi became iconic not only in Argentina, but all over the world, thanks to his talent, determination, and professionalism. His unique playing style and unsurpassed skills inspired the young generation of footballers to aim for perfection and believe in their strength. The cooperation of Pep Guardiola and Lionel Messi left an unforgettable mark in the history of world football. Barcelona of that moment proved that having such a gem like Messi and using him correctly, you can reach the highest level in football. Thierry Henry and Arsène Wenger. The French duo started their cooperation in 1999, when Wenger invited the young forward from Juventus to Arsenal. Together, they reshaped the Gunners and helped them achieve unbelievable results. Wenger made Henry believe in himself and enhanced his goal-scoring skills. The coach transformed Henry from a winger to a center-forward, which allowed to unleash his full potential and to become one of the best strikers of his time. He was like a father to me. So as you can imagine, with your dad you argue, you scream, he punishes you. Sometimes we're best friends, sometimes we are the worst enemies. That's what happens when you love someone, once Henry recalled. With the professor, Henry won 2 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, and was the top scorer in the 2 Premier League seasons. In 2004, Arsenal finished the season unbeaten, which became a rare achievement in the history of English football. The forward was the key player for Arsenal in the course of all the years he was at the club. His goal-scoring abilities and the flair for dangerous moments made him one of the most efficient players in the world, and his technique and game reading determined the playing style of the team. Concerning his goals for Arsenal in the Premier League under the management of Arsène Wenger, Henry scored 175 goals in 258 matches in his 2 spells at the team. Thierry was also an important player for the France national team. He helped the team win the World Cup in 1998 and Euro in 2000. Henry became one of the most efficient players in the history of France, scoring 51 goals. The Frenchman finished his playing career in 2014, after which he decided to become a coach. He worked in the youth academy of Arsenal, was the assistant to the Belgium national team head coach, and took charge of Monaco and Montreal Impact. Henry keeps inspiring new generations of footballers with his experience and knowledge. Arsène Wenger and Thierry Henry became one of the most successful and respected duos in the history of the Premier League. These Frenchmen became the symbols of art and determination on the pitch, and their achievements keep motivating young players and supporters all over the world. Antoine Griezmann and Diego Simeone. This duo was formed in 2014 when Griezmann moved from Real Sociedad to Atletico Madrid. Since then, they became the key figures for Los Colchoneros, helping them achieve success both on the domestic and international level. Simeone managed to unleash Griezmann's potential, making him one of the best footballers in the world. Under the management of the Argentine coach, Griezmann developed his best skills and abilities to play in defense, which became an important aspect of Atletico's style. Simeone and Griezmann together won several trophies for Atletico, including the Europa League, UEFA Super Cup and Spanish Cup. In 2016, Atletico reached the Champions League final, where they lost to Real Madrid. The Frenchman has been a key player for Colchoneros throughout all the years he has spent at the club. His abilities to make the most out of a moment, to create scoring situations for his partners, and to work hard on all the parts of the pitch make him one of the most valuable players in the team and the base for Simeone's tactical style. Griezmann moved to Barcelona in 2019 for 120 million euros. He spent 2 seasons there but was unable to make an impact, and in 2021 he made his return to Atletico on loan and again became an important player for the team. Work with Simeone helped Antoine make his position on the pitch stronger and show his talent in full. Griezmann is also an important player for the France national team. He helped his country win the World Cup 2018 and become Euro 2016 runners-up. In the last World Cup in Qatar, Didier Deschamps changed the player's role, pulling him deeper into the midfield, but Antoine performed well above expectations, making 3 assists. Eventually, the team reached the final, but only to lose to Argentina in the penalty shootout. Griezmann is one of the most effective players in the history of France, having scored 42 goals for his country. Thus, Diego Simeone and Antoine Griezmann became one of the most successful duos in history of Atletico. The cooperation of the coach and the player symbolize skills and professionalism, and their achievements keep inspiring the board of Atletico to aim higher and higher. Paolo Maldini and Arrigo Sacchi. The Italians started their path in 1987 when Sacchi was appointed as AC Milan head coach. Together, they formed one of the strongest teams in history of football, which conquered the world with their unique style and a number of famous victories. Under the management of Arrigo, Paolo developed his leadership skills and turned into one of the best defenders in the world. Sacchi worked over Maldini's tactical skills and his positioning, which helped him become a key player in the team and a real leader on the pitch. Together, the Italians won numerous trophies for AC Milan, including 3 Champions Cups, 2 Scudettos, and 3 UEFA Super Cups. This team is still considered one of the best in the history of football. Paolo was an inseparable part of that successful Rossoneri side. His ability to organize the defense, attention to details and technical skills made him one of the most valuable players of the team and an indispensable part of the manager's tactical system. Maldini was also a key player for the Italy national team. He performed in 4 World Cups and 3 Euros. The defender became a team captain and helped his team reach the World Cup final in 1994 and Euro final in 2000. Paolo retired from football in 2009, having played for AC Milan for 25 years. In 2018, he returned to his club as a sporting director to keep helping his club to develop. The cooperation of Arrigo Sacchi and Paolo Maldini left a bright mark in the history of football and AC Milan in particular. Their achievements proved that correct tactics and outstanding individual skills of players can lead to a long-lasting domination in football, winning the hearts of supporters. Dear friends, which coach-player duo do you think will be remembered longer? Let us know your opinion in the comments. We're very interested to know. See you soon.